Hello my sweet friends and welcome to DIY with Nadia. I have sweet Simba with me today, and in today's video we are doing a St. Patrick's Day wreath. We are going to use the wreath form from the Dollar Tree if you are lucky enough to find one of these, and we are going to have a very beautiful St. Patrick's Day wreath. Let's start with the supplies for this wreath. I have a Happy St. Patrick's Day sign. This is the one that comes with the little legs and a hat. I'm planning on using just the sign. Let's talk deco mesh. I'm going to be using the Cruffle method, and I'm going to be using 6 rolls of the Dollar Tree deco mesh. If you are someone who does not like to use Dollar Tree deco mesh, you can use the 5.5-inch deco mesh that you can get at Hobby Lobby or other craft stores. The Dollar Tree deco mesh is 5 yards in length. You will need 3 rolls of the 5.5 by the 10 yards. Since I only have the 6 rolls, I found a very similar shade of just leftover deco mesh that I'm going to use on the stem of the leaf. We're also going to need some pipe cleaners and this beautiful Shamrock wreath form. Each one of our deco mesh rolls is 5 yards. 5 yards is 180 inches. We are going to be cutting strips that are 22 inches. That will give us 8 strips per roll, which means we are going to get 8 cruffles out of each roll. 8 cruffles times 6 rolls that we have is going to give us 48 total cruffles. Whipped out my trusty roller cutter, and I'm going to be cutting 22-inch strips. Do a quick little cut, let it roll naturally, and I like to collect them in a laundry basket. My deco mesh is all cut up. Now I'm going to grab my pipe cleaners, fold them in half, and cut. To get started on our Woodland Ruffle, also known as Cruffle, I'm also going to be using a little clamp. I get this one at the Dollar Tree, but you can use a clothespin, whatever you have on hand. My deco mesh roll is going to be rolling away from the table, just like this, and we are going to start by making 2 to 3 curls, and I do want to make these around 1 inch, and then I'm going to clamp. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Deco mesh still being rolled away from the table. 1, 2, 3. At this point, I'm going to put my thumbs right in the center, and I'm going to cruffle it up. So much fun. Once you have your ruffle, grab a pipe cleaner. We're going to put that right in the middle. And then I like to pull it away so that the connection is nice and tight. And this also makes for a very full cruffle. Look at that. Let's make another one. Let's start by making the 2 or 3 little curls. Make a few curls on this side, thumbs in the center, and off I go collecting my little cruffle. Look how beautiful that is. Fold your pipe cleaners in half and pull it taut. Another thing that I usually do, and I did not do today, is I take all of my pipe cleaners, fold them in half, and make a little V. This way your pipe cleaner is already folded in half, and you can just put it straight onto your little cruffle or whatever you're doing, maybe a little petal. I love doing this. At this point, I'm going to turn on my favorite show. I'm watching some reruns of NCIS, and then I'm just going to start making my cruffles until I'm done with all 48. Just like this, straight on there, and here is my next cruffle. My cruffles are all done, but before I start attaching them to the wreath, I decided to do the stem part first. So what I'm going to do is grab a few zip ties and gather my deco mesh about 2 inches in. and then zip tie it at the bottom. And this is the part you kind of have to play around because you want to make sure to cover it. And it's okay if it's a little thick because don't forget, we're going to have all these Cruffles on top. I'm just going to go around until it looks full and covered. If you feel like you need to add another zip tie for it to stay in place, maybe right here, definitely do that. That way it holds all that deco mesh in place as you're working on it. This part is hardly going to show. You can definitely use a clear one if you want, because I know I'm still going to make a few rolls, and then at some point this side, when you're going to go up, start tightening towards the top. When you feel like you have the branch all set up, zip tie the other side of that deco mesh in place and cut the rest of this tail off. With the branch in place, now we're going to grab our Cruffles and start attaching them. Whenever I do anything, whether you're doing Cruffles, maybe doing some kind of a no fray petal, whatever you're doing, what you want to do is you want to put your wreath upside down, because that way you're working right away to attach and to secure. I'm going to go around all 3 of these bars to attach our pipe cleaners. Putting on my next Ruffle and tying it, twisting that in place. I have a feeling this is going to be a beautiful wreath. This wreath form is divided into 9 sections. We are going to have 48 Cruffles, which means we're going to put 5 per section, and then we're going to have 3 left over. At the end, you can see where you want to add those 3. This is my first section. Look how nicely it's filled in. But if you feel like it's sparse, don't worry, because when you put everything in, it's going to just squeeze one against the other and it's going to fill in nicely. Now I'm going to just continue going around and filling in the rest of this wreath. I have 1/3 done, but in the back I found that it was easier to connect my Cruffles just to that top section and the inside row. That way it's just, there's more pipe cleaner left, but you definitely want to make sure that the center of your Cruffle is on that middle row, and then bring it up and tie it on top. That's what I have been doing. What I realize is as it kind of twists and turns, this wreath has narrower parts and wider parts, so it's just easier to do it this way. Twist and then fold it over until it's nice and secure. We are now 2/3 in with this wreath. Look how beautiful and full it is. I did not put any extras in. This is just 5 per section going around, and now I just have this little part left. How adorable is this clover leaf? I think it looks so beautiful. And I decided to kind of leave it a little bit towards the side. Then I'm going to get my Happy St. Patty's Day sign, and we're going to stick it right there. I think this looks cute. I'm going to flip this over and connect at the top and the bottom. I'm going to use my trusty method of using 2 pipe cleaners and 2 pieces of scrap felt with some hot glue. Then my pipe cleaner in half, and I'm going to make a little space that's flat like that, right in the middle. Put my pipe cleaner, more hot glue, and this is just normal hot glue. And then I'm going to put some on the top and at the bottom. I'm going to put my felt piece right over that. Just like that. I'm going to let it cool and do another one at the bottom. Let's attach the sign. For the bottom one, I'm going to put one on this side, the other on this side. That way it balances out nicely. I twisted the sign in place in 3 spots. The sign is in place, but I still feel like something is missing. And so I could have done one of a few things. First, I have these absolutely adorable Clover, and these are just table scatters, and put these on. Or I could take something like a vase filler, which is one of my favorite things to do, And I'm going with the vase fillers because I feel like there's gold in here, and I'm going to bring just a little bit more golden. You can also use those coins. Those would look super cute too, but I'm going to grab some gold vase fillers from the Christmas ones I have left over. I put them in a little canister, and now I'm just going to go around and hot glue these here and there. This is always such a fun thing to do. They are made of foam. They are absolutely weightless, and they won't bring down your Deco mesh. It's just such a super cute idea. I'm going to have some tiny ones. Look at this. This one I'm going to hold in place for a little bit. I'm just going to scatter them here and there. I'm going to go around and start hot gluing them here and there. And that's it for our super cute and gorgeous St. Patrick's Day wreath. What did you guys think of this St. Patrick's Day wreath? I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being with me. Don't forget to say hello in the comments, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, everyone. Say bye. I'm such a good kitty. Give me 5. Yay.